What's up, everyone? This is Matt. That's Dan. That is Tim. And that guy in the corner is Dave. And you are watching TV Punch for Thursday, August 27th. And tonight we are going to talk about the first episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This premiered this past Sunday on the 23rd of August. This is, for those who don't know, this is a 6-episode, I won't call it a miniseries, but it's like a pilot season for Fear the Walking Dead, which is basically more or less a prequel to The Walking Dead. So, where you have The Walking Dead and they're hanging out in Georgia and in Washington, D.C., and they're in the midst they're in the midst of a zombie apocalypse. Fear the Walking Dead takes place in the early days of the zombie apocalypse. Actually, this first episode, it's only just barely starting, and they're out in Los Angeles, so it's a little bit, it's kind of a prequel, and kind of just a spin-off, and it's not based on the comic whatsoever. So, whereas The Walking Dead has a lot of the characters from the comic, this is its own thing, a spin-off from the show, to kind of show us the early days of the zombie apocalypse.
It's totally watchable.
What do you mean?
Because it doesn't veer off the story, and I don't have to call it that zombie show.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Instead of The Walking Dead.
But The Walking Dead caught back up to the comic. So
Matt, don't give me your logic. I'm not here to listen to it.
Okay. So anyway,
The Walking Dead, a TV show loosely based on the comic.
Right. So we watched it, and I dug it.
Did you?
Oh.
Did you?
Okay,
Why?
everybody.
Yeah,
one
please
to two
enlighten
words.
me.
Everybody, 1 to 2 words. Your first.
Family drama.
Okay.
Okay. And I thought that, but I thought that was. I don't know. I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought it was fine. I mean, if we're following this
Hang on,
family.
Matt.
Okay,
Hang
sorry.
on, Matt. We're going 1 to 2 words.
Shut your mouth, Selby.
Sorry.
We don't need a rebuttal from Matt for
Okay.
every comment.
All
Go
right.
ahead, Dave.
Yeah,
Dave,
it's just,
2 words.
yeah.
Okay. That's very well articulated.
That's the way I watch that. I mean, that was pretty much my reaction when it was over.
Okay.
All
I'm going to
right.
describe it a little different. My one word is underwhelming.
Really? I thought it was pretty good too. I'm Matt.
No,
Underwhelming.
I'm so with him. I am so with him.
Okay, so let's get on with it.
So
Go ahead, Matt.
underwhelming, Tim. Did you think it was underwhelming because there wasn't really that much that happened?
No, it's because every one of us, anybody watching this series has already seen The Walking Dead, has already been
Right. Go on.
wowed with some stuff, has already had the shock moments of a pretty good series. I like The Walking Dead a lot. And I thought they could have done better with the pilot of this one to really draw us in. And I just thought it could have been done a little better. That's all.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I was
it's okay.
expecting more from the Walking Dead series type show.
It's okay if you're wrong. We won't hold that against you.
Dan's got his opinion.
You're entitled to your
Matt
opinion no
has
matter
his
how
opinion.
wrong they are.
Me and Dave have the wrong opinion. No,
Right? If
we're
you
allowed
guys
to have it.
continue in the wrong opinion, that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's how you guys want to roll. That's perfectly cool.
All right, so let's
I
get on
was
with
just,
the show.
I was just. I mean, okay, sure. The kid wakes up, and his girlfriend or wife or whoever the hell she is chewing on somebody.
Right.
Okay, sure. Throw that in there real early. Let us know. Okay, sure, it's going to be about zombies, whatever.
Well, I did like that. Right.
I don't
did
want
like-
to
I
see
didn't like-
zombies this early in the damn series because
Really?
it's supposed to be before the zombie stuff.
But we barely saw
disagree
them.
with you
We hardly saw them. We don't. I mean, except
Yeah.
for and it goes without saying. Spoiler alert! If you haven't watched it,
yeah.
go watch it first. But we don't really. I mean, so you're right. Nick's girlfriend Gloria at the beginning, we see her, and then we see what's his face, the drug dealer Clay. What's his name? Clay.
yeah,
Calvin.
We see him at the end, and he's a full-fledged zombie. But other than that, well, not full-fledged. He had just turned because he got shot.
yeah.
But other than that, we didn't really see any zombies whatsoever.
The interstate
Right.
or highway or whatever
Okay.
the hell they were on.
You didn't really.
Okay, that's one disagreement I have with you, Dave. Apparently, we're together except for that point because I didn't want to wait till the end of this episode to see my first zombie. Now I know there's an evolution of the zombie, and that's
Right.
why they're not everywhere right now.
Mhm.
You know, they started somewhere, and I'm glad they showed them to us in the beginning. I am glad of that. Now I agree. I don't want a city full of zombies yet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, yeah. But I'm glad they showed us something zombie related.
And I was talking to some people on Facebook about this, and one of the people who I was talking to just happens to be Michael Rooker's rep. She schedules him for all his cons and stuff like that. And
Get her
I
in
was
trouble.
talking, and
Dang
I was,
it.
huh?
Don't get her in trouble with all our viewers.
No. She doesn't work. She doesn't work on this. No, we were just discussing how I said I wanted to see I want to see, and I know, and she pointed it out that Kirkman said that there would never be a description or explanation of how this started, and I was really hoping that he had that was on The Walking Dead. I was really hoping that he had gone back on that, and this series would show or explain how this all went down.
It still might. We're early on in the series.
Yeah, I mean, it could. I don't think it's going to.
You're never going to know where the zombie stuff came
I don't
from.
think we're going to know what caused it. I think this is just going to show us the start of it, but we're never going to know why.
Correct.
I think.
And the thing is, they've already said that there's going to be interminglings between this show and The Walking Dead. So I'm guessing. I'm guessing this series probably has 3 seasons, maybe.
Yeah, I think it'll get renewed. I mean, it's still early to tell.
Renewed. It's already got renewed for next year.
See, that's why I said I think it. Yeah, it must have.
They renewed it. They renewed it like 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
For a season 2.
Well, and from what I'm hearing, it is going to catch up to The Walking Dead, but not. Like I said, not only is it right now taking place in the early days of the apocalypse, but it's also on the other side of the country. So, they'll probably cross over at some point, but surely not in this season, because they're behind the times. But it's on the other side of the country. They're going to have to make their way over, or they're going to have to meet in the middle or something. But I don't know. I mean, I liked it. I mean, it was kind of like, I kind of think about it like Terminator 3 or Star Wars Episode 3, in that neither were great movies, but at the end, you got to see the thing that caused all this other stuff. So at the end of Terminator 3, you actually get to see the missiles being fired and being shot all over the globe, and that's the start of the machines taking over. At the end of Star Wars Episode 3, you actually get to see Obi-Wan handing baby Luke over to Owen and Aunt Beru. So this is another one of those things where you actually get to see what it was like in the early days. And it's cool because they're not, decaying and rotting and stuff. They're freshly turned zombies. I don't know. I mean, I was digging this whole episode because nobody knew what was going on yet, and everybody was talking about, oh God, there's so many kids out of school and all this stuff. Like, it was cool to see people not knowing what was happening. I like that. And sure, it's a family drama, but I'm okay with that. If we need a family to, because you can't with the regular Walking Dead. Sure, there's some family members, but the cast of characters that you're following around has been brought together by this strange circumstance. You can't have that same thing when the circumstance or the situation hasn't happened yet. So you need some other outlet to see these actions through. So they have to bring in a family, or I mean, it would just be weird if you just brought in random characters and they banded together for no reason.
That's true.
Dan, you're awful quiet. It's kind of nice. So anyway, what I thought more was...
well, you guys are all wrong. So the show was really, really good.
No, I
thought the show was really good, except for the acting. A few of the characters aren't very good actors. Okay. But other than that, I thought the build-up The pacing was really well done. You slowly see the emergency services going more and more out into the streets every day. You slowly see the kids start fading from school because of the disease. You start hearing the news reports of 5 states are infected with these problems. You start seeing some of the homeless people disappearing. You start, and it's a slow burn all the way to the end. And even then, it's not, nobody knows yet. That's going to explode later on, but it's just slowly trickling up to that point. And every zombie movie does it. This just did it slower. And that's perfectly fine because it was really, really cool to do it.
So they blew their wad on the first episode.
No, see, you're right. No, they showed 2 zombies. That's not blowing a wad. That's a family
They
saw a dead guy walking.
You just explained my bitch about the whole thing. They did everything instead of going, okay, we're just going to show this part, this little series, and we'll drag it out a little bit, and then next week we'll do this part where he goes
I wouldn't
back
watch
to
it if it was that slow.
No, that's slow. There's no way nobody would watch it. That's just too slow.
That's a super slow burn.
This is just too fast.
No, it's
They just went way too damn fast.
They don't even know.
Tree don't
it's
even
not
know
spreading
there's
yet.
zombies right now.
Yeah, they don't even know what's going on yet. I mean, they don't even know that.
They don't know they're zombies. What do they just run the kid over and go?
Well, that's the thing.
That was weird.
That family knows zombies. That's a family in Los Angeles
Right.
of 8 million people.
But they don't even know. They're not even. And of course, the word zombies never used.
Right. The guy got back up after dying. They knew there was a video footage of a thing being shot on the street. There is the son who thinks he was high and may have imagined it, saw his girlfriend eating somebody.
Chewing that guy up, yeah.
The point is, that's 5 people.
And
That's true.
Some of them are sick. They know there's a sickness going around and some kind of epidemic that's happening. They don't know what it is. Not a lot of people have died and come back yet. They've shown 2 zombies total.
And they didn't even see the weird thing until the very tail end of an hour and a half long episode. So I mean, it's this is any slower, and it would just be like, God, come on.
The zombie movie, it always starts with like the homeless start disappearing, or like when she drives by the park, she sees the one guy standing in the park by himself under the tree in the shadows. It's like, that's weird. Or you see like in Dawn of the Dead when she's leaving the hospital, another person came in with a bite wound. Oh, okay. Or it's going to be a busy night tonight on the ambulance because it's getting kind of crazy out there tonight. And that's how you start your zombie movies. I
really thought the principal was going to just turn around and bite the shit out of her.
Oh yeah, I thought
He's all sitting there, and all of a sudden the music in the background.
I like that.
Just like,
I like that
what's up?
shot. That was,
I was
a pretty
like,
cool scene.
oh, you bastards.
But there's terrible acting in the movie. I'll give it that. There's terrible acting in the show. I think the mom is not very good. I just don't like her.
Another Lori.
Hold on. No, what you? Okay, hold on. So you've got your main cast of characters. So this series stars the Mexican gangster from Training Day, Matt Saracen's mom from Friday Night Lights, wannabe Riggins from Friday Night Lights, and teenage Lori from The Walking Dead, because the daughter was trifling and she was
playing a teenage girl.
Yeah,
As I talk to anybody, it's a complete jerk. That's just a teenage girl.
The only thing that I didn't like were Nick and help me with the sister's name, the daughter's name.
Alicia?
Yeah,
You didn't like her?
Yeah, the 2 kids. Ugh. Like she was just mopey. The world, life sucks, and my parents are dumb, and blah blah blah.
Well, welcome to a teenage daughter.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
But and then Nick,
Stereotypical.
and then Nick, bad decisions all around. I'm choosing to get.
You mean pseudo Johnny Depp?
Right.
Right.
I totally choose to get clean until I check myself out of the hospital and go to my dealer immediately. The thing that bothered me most about him.
Hold on. I got to stop you there. He is a heroin addict.
Well, you know what, Dan?
He's gonna go and find heroin.
You know what, Dan?
When he gets out, he's gonna sit and lie to you to your face and tell you how he loves you. And I'm gonna quit this time, Mom. And then he's gonna go. The parts that killed me was the mom that was just, I'm so upset. And I'm really, oh my gosh, let me fake cry and cover my eyes because I'm not very good.
See,
at
those
crying.
were the dad and the mom. I thought were the best. They were my 2 favorite characters. Like every scene that the 2 of them were in were the ones that I was most invested in. Every scene where Nick and what's her sister's name again?
Alicia.
Every scene with the two of them, especially Alicia, I was like, ugh, this is. I don't care for these characters yet.
Man, you have the wrong opinion.
I'm still waiting to see. I'm still waiting to see what happens with the kid with the steak knife.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Tobias, the chubby kid.
I actually thought when he came in, that he had already been infected because his
So did I.
because his face was. I guess he's just had teenage acne, but I was like, oh god,
with acne.
yeah. I mean, so.
I
But
love that you're dissing a girl that's playing a teenage girl like a teenage girl should be playing. That is your gripe about it. It's like, oh my gosh, look at her act like what she's supposed to be. That's terrible. I make fun of the mom because she can't cry on camera. She did a terrible touching scene supposedly a couple times. That was awful. The dad, I will give you, and it's not really their dad.
Yeah, it's not.
He is. He's got his own family. That's what I put. Family problems. There's like a whole mini section in there where it's like, my daughter hates me. Oh, my son's in the hospital with this. Oh, let me get a call from my kid. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, that's my ex-wife. Oh, this is that. And I was like, holy crap, family drama. Son of a mother, right there. Boom.
So
trying to build all the characters all at once.
So we've got so the dad Travis and Madison. That's the step. Are they married?
No,
they're not married. So
he just moved in.
Right. So the boyfriend and the mom, Travis and Madison, and then Nick and Alicia are the two kids, and they're the core. They're the four. They're the main family that we're gonna go through this with. But then he also has Travis also has an ex-wife and a son.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Chris and Isa.
Yeah. Right,
Liza.
Yeah. So they, based on the previews for what's coming up, they're going to be part of it too, and we're going to get introduced to more characters. But Madison is a guidance counselor at a high school. Travis is a teacher there. Alicia is a student there, and Nick is a heroin addict. The thing that bothered me most about the entire episode was at the beginning. His shirt, like, who wears a shirt like it's
Johnny
like
Depp?
I mean, it's like, and he's running, and that shirt is just like flying all over the place. And
welcome to the world of Johnny Depp wannabe guy.
Yeah,
that is all he is playing is Captain Jack Sparrow. I can't walk straight. I'm stumbling, and now I look as pretty as Johnny Depp when he was in 21 Jump Street. That is it. That is the only character he is playing.
Jump Street.
That was a little troubling, but I mean, I don't know. I dug it, and I actually had seen some things that said maybe it's not as good as everybody was hoping, but I was into it for no other reason, if for no other reason than the fact that we are getting to see the early days of this story that we've all been, because we all read the comics, we've been reading about this thing for years, and we have no idea what caused it, and we've never questioned it because we know that's not what the story is about. We've said it before in The Walking Dead.
Right.
The story is not about how it happened or how it's going to be solved. The story is just about life in this in this environment. But so we've been accustomed to that story for years, but now we're getting a new thing where it's like, well, we're still not going to know what caused it, but at least you get to see, the world devolve, essentially. And some of my favorite shots of this show, and I think they did this deliberately, were shots of cars everywhere and people walking down the street, and to say, as a way to say, hey, this is what the world used to be like. There used to be people walking around and driving cars and having electricity and using cell phones and stuff like that. I loved all that stuff, and I'm very excited to see the slow burn, the slow evolution into what we've become accustomed to.
Yes.
So that's really the correct opinion of the show.
That's all you got to say?
No,
that's all you got?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, of course,
I actually think Nick did just a fine job playing a heroin addict. I thought Alicia did just a fine job playing a teenage girl. I think Travis is fine too. The mom is the only one that gets on my nerves in the show, but that may change. She may get better, and I might be impressed. But right now, she just gets on my nerves.
Well, I think it's interesting. I think Nick is interesting as a heroin addict to see how does his addiction, how does he overcome that or deal with that when the well runs dry, when the apocalypse has happened and the supply's gone, and what does his character do? How does he? It's kind of like Daryl in The Walking Dead. Is like,
there's some potential there.
Daryl is really, and I think they talked about it in one episode once, is he's actually kind of more suited for life after the apocalypse than before. Like he fits into this. Like Daryl fits into the post-apocalyptic world better than pre-apocalyptic world, and maybe Nick's the same way. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Nick hasn't used any drugs since he's gotten free. Yeah, he didn't use any with Calvin. Calvin was taking him out to shoot him in the face, and Calvin was trying to put the drugs back on him. And of course, he's a heroin addict. He's just going to want to take it anyways. But
as calm as he was on the ride out, I think he had given him a little bit.
I don't know. I think he just hasn't hit his smack phase where he just doesn't have any. He starts getting the shakes, the shivers.
Well, he was a lot more calm in the car than he was in the restaurant. He seemed like he was chilled and about to fall asleep until he said, "Get out of the car," and he saw the gun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he did. But then again, they may not want us to know that. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm probably right on my opinion. So I'm just saying.
Of course. I'm sorry I said anything. I'll just keep my mouth shut. I'm not even sure why I'm on this podcast.
Tim, you're here to listen to me rant about my opinion. That's what you're here to do.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
My role is to find.
I just love saying that. My opinion is always right.
And the actor who plays Nick is the son of the actor who plays Stannis Baratheon.
Well, there you go.
Just saying. Trivia.
Okay.
So Dan, did you write down a bunch of notes?
I did. I wrote it scene by scene, but we kind of just did a basic overview of the entire thing. I mean, we could
I
go.
think that's all necessary, really.
Well, maybe for the first one here. And then the next one we can go scene by scene and talk about everything.
Well, look through your notes. See what you think. If there's something we didn't really touch on.
Let's see. From 12,
Right, yeah.
Oh, I loved. Where should I write it down? Where's it at? Oh man, where did I put it at?
Oregano on a squirrel.
No, it's when he's teaching.
Really
I put down here's not Criminal Minds. What was the movie with Meg Ryan and then the song from Coolio?
Gangsta's Paradise.
Was it
That
that?
wasn't Meg Ryan.
Yeah, that was Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so I wrote down that he's like the awesome teacher in school. It's like the most stereotypical thing in the entire world. It's like, look at him. He's reaching that one kid. He is that good.
Well,
Look at him use poetry to teach this.
I mean, I didn't really pick up on that, but I did.
Oh, come on, really? He wakes up the kid and he's like, well, tell me what it means to you. Come on. And he's like, super teacher.
Well, if you want to
Didn't pay that much attention, I guess.
If you want to pick on that,
off that I saw too many zombies already.
You saw 2 zombies, Dave.
Three zombies. I just want to correct you there.
Okay, 3
Because the
zombies.
EMS crew got jumped by one.
I
Right.
seriously thought the old dude that was in the bed next to drug addict boy was gonna
Jump
jump out of bed and start chewing on people.
Yeah.
well, I think we saw 4 because as she was driving past the park and the homeless guy was sort of just standing there, I think he had already
been a 4th
turned.
there.
Yeah,
If you'd have asked me, I think we'd have probably saw 25.
I don't know. Did
Well,
you
I
like
think
get a
that's an
sneak peek of the rest of the
exaggeration,
season, or I mean,
I
I think that might be an exaggeration.
I think
In a city of
Dave-
8 million people, we saw.
listen,
Maybe
Dave.
more.
Dave gets confused in his old age. I think he may have watched The Walking Dead instead of Fear the Walking Dead.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. But so Dan, going back to your point about him being the stereotypical cool teacher, if you're going to pick on that, I'm surprised you didn't talk about Madison, the cool guidance counselor. The kid brought a freaking knife to school, and she's like, give it to me. Get out of here, you scamp.
It wasn't a knife. It was 77 cents.
No, he had a knife.
No, I know.
She put the 77 cents in his
covered
pocket.
for him.
Yeah, she covered for him.
77
Right.
zombies.
The
in his
kid
pocket.
brought a knife to school, and she's like,
Oh, Tobias, you little
yeah,
scamp.
no, I'm going to put it in my
It
desk.
looks more like a letter opener to me.
Right.
Can I have my knife back?
I agree. They're trying to play the hipster cool. We're the cool teachers. We're here to help the kids. We're in touch. We know. Yet their whole family is falling apart in the background. They don't know. She has a heroin addict son. He can't talk to his. That doesn't want to meet him. He's divorced. Their daughter doesn't even talk to him.
Kids. We know what they need.
Right? Let's see. I did like that. Matt. It kind of talks about how Matt, Alicia's boyfriend, like they want to meet, and he kind of tells him like, you're staying alone, blah blah. We'll get together, and he never shows up.
Yeah,
so
she texts him like the next day. And there was the one text, I don't know if you saw it, says, after she had texted him repeatedly, there was one she sent, she said, "You'd better be dead."
Yeah.
You know, since you didn't show
that's
up.
total foreshadowing, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's like the teachers that were talking. Like his study in there is like, what is this about? What is this? It's like death, and yes, it's a fight against life and death. It's like they're automatically foreshadowing. That's what they're studying at school
right.
right when the apocalypse starts.
Because wasn't he talking about?
And the other teacher as well, the one that was in the classroom with the very little amount of students, but.
Wasn't he talking about nature and survival of the fittest and that kind of stuff? And I mean that's what
he was like. What would you do? What do you make a fire? Do you hunt something or whatever? And the guy's like,
why do you make a fire?
Right, you want to live. That's why you're making the fire.
To not die.
Yeah. Let's see here. Back to school. I liked it that my favorite part of the whole show was the slow burn of, if you're not paying attention, you're seeing more and more ambulances running. You're seeing more and more EMTs going. You're seeing more helicopters in the air. And it's just slowly building to a breaking point. And just a slow, steady movement of the music as well with the whole thing, which I really
that's not
loved.
something that was obvious. And now that you point that out, that is a good part of the show.
Yeah. I loved that in Dawn of the Dead at the very beginning of it when it did a slow burn like that. It just everything started increasing, but it was like, hey, it's LA. There's lots of cops. There's lots of ambulances running. Let's see.
So I guess I felt like I needed more in the first episode.
Yeah,
I really did.
Well, this is this whole
I know,
season is
it's
just
it's how it starts.
Right.
It's supposed to be slower.
It's a slow burn.
I'm just used to so much happening in The Walking Dead. I was expecting more.
Well, sometimes. I mean, it doesn't always. Things don't always happen in every episode, but
I don't know. I like a good story building up. I don't care for the action as long as the story builds up really well and puts a lot of suspense in.
I just kind of, I
guess I was underwhelmed because I just expected more action. Mm-hmm. That's all.
I felt kind of chilled when so Travis and Madison were driving home and traffic got backed up because of the guy who died and then got back up. Of course, they didn't see it, but they were like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I don't know, something about it, and I'm not going to explain this right, but like something about it sort of made me feel chilled because it's like, oh God, I know what's coming, and I'm scared for you guys because you guys have no clue what's coming, and your world as you know it is about to just end, and you have no idea, and I can't tell you. I don't know. I was just like, I just had this connection with the characters. Thinking I wanted to, it's a
Matt's yelling at the screen.
Yeah,
don't go through the door.
Right, the apocalypse is about to happen, and they don't know what's going on. They saw the drug dealer at the end, and he got up, and they hit him with a truck, and he still got up, and they have no clue why and what's going on.
Yeah.
And something about that is very chilling to me that we all know we are very well versed in this world, but they aren't, and they have no idea. Nobody knows it's coming, and it's just like
they were watching that scene over and over on the news.
Yeah,
because the guy said, "Look, they fill him full of a clip. How could they do that?"
Right, and the girls were watching on their phones saying, "Is this real? Is this fake?" That can't be real.
Took their phones.
I think. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of big things that happened in this, like you said, but it's the subtle things, like Dan said. It's just, and it wasn't even.
I guess the subtle things escaped me, when I was watching it. So,
and I guess it's not even really the characters so much. I mean, I liked the characters for the most part, except for Alicia. I just wanted to punch her. But
that is a young teenage girl. That's illegal.
I mean, I liked
I thought that's what Matt liked about Friday Night Lights.
I liked the characters, but what I liked about this show wasn't the character specifically. It was just getting to see the beginnings of this world that we've been ingrained in for years. That's what I dug about it, and we're just going to see it ramp up and ramp up. I'm actually not 100% sure that I'll love it all that much when and if it does catch up in time with The Walking Dead, because then it's just going to be another show. I mean, it'll be good, but I don't know that I don't want to get there. I want to live in the world where it's just now happening. I don't want it to catch up, because then, like I said, it's just another show. It's you've got The Walking Dead A and The Walking Dead B. I want
this
a
whole
little
show
variation.
supposed to take place before Rick wakes up.
Yeah, it's all prequel. Yeah.
Well, this season.
This season is okay.
Right.
You sure it's not the whole show?
I don't think so.
Because if they do the whole show, this is going to be a very short show. Because I think Nick was in a coma for Rick was in a coma for a month.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a really quick series, unless they do each season like 24, where it's a
You're right.
24-hour day in the life of this family, and so then they can go 28 seasons long. But
Right.
no, I'm cool with it too. I like the build up. I like. I'm waiting for when the zombies really become relevant and start running around. I can't wait to think of the way I think of it is like World War Z or 28 weeks later. Where you see the start of the zombies coming into like the camps or the start of the spread, and then you get to see the total mass hysteria and chaos that it causes between everything.
Amplification and the increase in
Yep.
yeah.
So I can't wait to see all that.
I'll keep an open mind. I'm definitely going to keep watching. But
Yeah, I thought it was. I even think it may have been a little bit even better than what I thought it was going to be. I think there was just something about it. Just
show.
I think you watched the wrong show because you thought there were 25 zombies in it.
I just love that Dave's like all mad at us now. He's not even talking. He's like,
Yeah,
you know
he
what?
doesn't
I'm gonna
like
start my own podcast about real zombies. I saw all of them, and it's over. The show is stupid.
I think Dave might think that we saw the beginning.
No, I think I'm just pissed because I really want them to like. I want this to start, and then I want them to like start trying to figure out why and how and.
I think that's what we're going to get, though. Well, I don't know.
I don't think
they're
we're
never
gonna-
going to figure.
I don't
They're not
think
going to
we're
figure out
gonna
how. There's not going to be.
Well, and actually, I don't. To your point that you want to see them trying to figure it out. I don't think we're going to see them try to figure it out because they're not equipped for that. They're regular people. They're just going to try to survive in this changing world.
Yep.
That's what it's about. But yeah, we're on board. So we will be covering this each week.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to do it live like we did Game of Thrones. I don't know that we'll do anything live like we did Game of Thrones. But each week
Game of Thrones next season live.
Yeah, we'll do live Game of Thrones for sure. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think when Fear the Walking Dead is over in another 5 weeks, we're just going to keep, I think we're going to do this every week for The Walking Dead too, right? Are we? I guess I don't know. We can talk about it.
We'll talk all day.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding. We may. That's fine.
Yeah, but at least for this one, for the next 5 weeks.
show.
We're going to talk all
It's
day.
not The Walking Dead. It's that zombie.
Yeah, he already named it wrong. We're not going to watch the
We won't do it next week.
That zombie show. Actually, yeah, we're actually going to miss a week because we will be at Dragon Con.
We'll have to.
We'll be in room 611 if anybody wants to stop by.
We'll have to.
I'm desperately going to try to get that when we're at the Marriott if they have a room 611.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
That's so cool.
So anyway, yeah, we're going to be covering this for the next 5 weeks. So be sure to subscribe. Click the button below to get those videos. Also follow us on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. All of those /nerdpunch, so you can follow us on. Check out all the funny stuff we're saying. Go to nerdpunch.com to see all the funny stuff we're reading and to check the schedule for more upcoming videos. And thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Ah, see ya.